Somebody translate in Akaramajong.
Ikimalai wani ya kapolo ni yoke balai wanda ada mata.
The Deputy Prime Minister, the ministers, the labor leaders, all the other leaders, and members of the diplomatic corps, and the wananchi of Karamoja.
Ikimala tena inyeli wani dadang. Agia wani nyetungangu ya lokinga. Kape ikangulu ikitieka wani kwa etuwane boko ya Prime Minister. Kana itu wani Karamoja wadada.
Because we have been here for a long time, I will try to summarize. Translate for them.
Ayaka eboi wani anege akawoyan. Achamte na yanga kronugo atubutubu ni uniwaka.
Now, there is a word in the Bantu dialects called Enshoni. In Uganda it is Ensonyi. This is when you feel embarrassed or ashamed to do something bad.
Eya krotongene ya itoma na kituki munege legelia. Na itera krotonaga ale chitingina terio toriam araki kipiya kitia etichimolete mognogitia.
And that Enshoni is the one which makes you avoid doing certain things because people will look at you badly.
Rana itingina akrotona atemarebe ale chitingina teritungana nto yakaunori apaginete mognogitieti.
But we had a name in Ankole, Nshoninche, the one who has no shame to do anything.
Anna inabod wangi nyankole eya krotongene bokoi itungana ni nyemilita temari nyeti yatangunarno. Kori itungana ni nyamam nyekere.
How do you say it in Akaramajong? The one who has no shame to do anything.
Atami ibore bokoi wana laerere nyevi ni krea. Itungana ni nyemilita ra laerere tieti chikwangne chamitori.
Would it be who?
Alaerere.
Arairen.
Alaerere.
There are some Iranians in Uganda. Translate. I'm saying because the opposition and those who oppose NRM are really Iran.
Nera ngitunga ngulu etiakara neni ogorungle boko woni ngulu ko opposition era ngitunga ngulu ya laire
Tebalna Sonyi, they have no shame, no embarrassment.
Era ngitunga ngulu laire ngulu ya mam ngakre milito kiti ya uni nguna iti ya unte abali ke nguna ke nguna.
Now I am glad you arranged this May Day in Nakapiripirit in Karamoja.
Alakara na iya na kolongite na nera ikiaitu wani ngadu bananugu ikitale ngadu bananugu na kolongite na alokari mojo nga Nakapiripit.
So that you can ashame the Iran people.
Anera ani kitiya wani ngakronugu kia wini ngadu bananege ikilema wani alairere na lege yakatari ngitunga ya bali boko wani tiyata.
You had these labor union leaders, they were with me until late in the night in Entebbe. But they drove and got here in time, even before me, for the meeting. Now this is because the roads are good.
And
there is security. So you had Lokeris was telling you about the road.
Ikipoto de que ontarela de locato coloqueris gori papa yo coloqueris iruoronga krongo na ajua kamune tapito rugudei
about the electricity
iruoro tarenguna kalai na kaanga le wiangitunga
the immunization
una ka akide mideme ruorit
That's why the population of Karamoja has gone up.
Inyedi to kona ke demide mengen koria ngaleungin. Inyedi aina kinyo kotunga ke atakin.
Those young people you are talking about, young people, were you not marrying in the past? Where were the children?
Ikwa kona tara lo ya ngola ngitunga nguya boko iwani ngulu chichiki ya ngulu ya polo ete. Ikite wane bitongole yakata.
The children were dying.
Niru ngulu chie ngulu ya mama kidemide mo atwaketenge dwe.
The dams. So the situation is moving. There are some mistakes in the Ministry of Works. By some of those planners. You find new roads are good like this one, then the old roads are allowed to deteriorate. That's why the road from Kampala to Jinji is now not so good, yet this one far away from Kampala is good. And the one from Mitiana to Mbende was allowed to deteriorate. And the Maram roads will also be maintained. And we shall continue adding to the length of the tarmac roads. Therefore, on the issue of jobs, the pessimism expressed by the RIRN, you write it for me. How do you say it? You write it for me. Somebody write it for me. Therefore, the pessimism spread by groups like Monitor. Monitor is RIRN Monitor. Is wrong, and they are going to be ashamed.
So
as we stand today, according to the figures they gave me from UBOS, there are 1.4 million workers in the factories. You check how many they were, 1986, those who were in the factories. And we are just beginning. Now, where we are moving now, agriculture alone will create so many jobs. As the minister was beginning to explain to you, Minister Beta Mongi, when somebody gets money on PDM, he creates wealth. Ebari first. Yes. You create Ebari. It is the Ebari that creates jobs. You cannot have what we call jobs, Aswam. Use the artist, so Aswam is easier for me.
Okay, sir.
You cannot have ASWAM without ABARI.
Kire ngone kwa ngana elimuntori nyevi abange kire nyiria mundo yong abariera kama muyong etich.
Whether the ABARI is of the government,
kare abari taringolo kapukan.
Like the man who spoke, Bamwesije, the ABARI he's talking about is government ABARI, it's not his ABARI.
Ikwa kwana tuana ni ya territory mu akroto kuro changa gro kongena mam ni gro atemare ebe abari ngolo keng.
He's head of Uganda Civil Aviation Authority.
Ikwa de ke kilongolo de ke gro anege eranye di tuana ni ni epologiniti ebishongola akande ke.
Which is the government parastatal.
So
it is the ABARI of the government, but creating ASWAM for the people. But the private ABARI, like the factories, the farms, those also create a lot of jobs for the people. I'll give you here one example of the man in Fort Portal. Give me that man, what is his name? The one in Fort Portal. Nyakana, yes.
Bangi da chamti cheni ay nakini eda kizikwane tengna etwane be Nyakana. Angini ya Fort Portal.
To summarize what Nyakana is saying, he has got those 4 enterprises on 1 acre, 1.2 acres.
Chente iklurunyikiringa kromone balanya kana ngun. Balanya kana kilia karingeli ngake rupunga dikidiocha atamira ritere tare una ba karingeli ere peye kanen ere nga milionio atomonikani kaunia kigel e chamtena ikone president yo ka klurunyu kininga grone era wane jok.
He has got hens for eggs which give him more than 1 million a day, 1 million shillings a day.
Aloto ma fam na Nyakana ngin e yanko koro ngulu and
he is selling milk, 110 liters of milk per day, and he's getting money for that. He has also started making animal feed.
We
didn't have time to show, but what I wanted to show you was that from those activities on 1.2 acres, he's employing 15 people now. I don't know. I don't know whether they can trust the people who are working there, the people. The workers trust the workers. It will take time. I know that he's employing 15 people now. I've given you an example that if Uganda has got 40 million acres of arable land, now if we had just 7 million of us using 1 acre, in activities like the ones of Nyakana, not necessarily this, but maybe coffee, maybe other things, but but intensive agriculture on a small on the 1 acre.
Merata marebe agiti yang agro karanguna ikwete nguna angamuja nguna angitiang. Na isha giti ye teaching wale arangolo ka afam.
7 million out of that 40 million.
Ate marebe nga million nga kanikari yaloto manguna dege tomoni umona nguna.
Would create 105 million jobs.
Ngezi ate marebe arai karanga na itia wani ngitu nga million kanikari ni.
There will, there will be so many jobs that you shall not have enough Ugandans to do them. And you can get other examples. For instance, you get Joseph Ijara of Serere. Let's see what he's doing. You should get time and watch those films from the good performers. But Joseph Ijara sells 310 trays of eggs per day.
Kapala giala na rinyevi nga tuna nga beye une doliti nga menga uni une de parito nga menga uni na kolongo.
And he's getting 3 million shillings per day from eggs alone.
Ka eri amulu nyevi aloto manga beye une giala rinyevi nga milioni nga uni na kolongo.
Then he has got cows, which you saw, like in Nyakane, but in a small area. He has got cows, but he's getting 320 liters per day. And in a year he gets more than 1 billion shillings from 2 acres. For him it was 2.5 acres. And when he removed the costs, he remained with about 800 million shillings. And he has created more jobs than Nyakan. I think like 30 jobs or something. So therefore, the Alayere should shut up. We are going to create more jobs than the jobs in Uganda. And the formula, which is universal, you create wealth, whether it is of government or of individuals, and the wealth creates jobs. And in order to create wealth, we need to ensure the following things, which you should concentrate on. Low cost of electricity. Low cost of transport. That's why we are building the railway. The railway is cheaper than the road. Yes, we are tarmacking the roads, but the roads are good for passengers. But cargo needs the railway. Railway is cheaper, and the railway and water transport are cheaper. Because that's how the wealth creators will be encouraged. If they have low costs, they will make profit. And if they make profit, they will be encouraged. Low cost of money, like in the UDB or PDM, this is accelerate the creation of wealth, and the acceleration of wealth will create the acceleration of creation of jobs. Even here in Karamoja, people are waking up. There's a boy I visited near here, Nakapiripit. Let's see that boy. Who is near here? He had dropped out of school and he had nothing. But when he got the 1 million of PDM, he hired 4 acres. He didn't have land, he hired. And grow something that I had never heard of. That is called green grams. I have never heard of them. Then he sold the green grams in Soroti and bought pigs. By the time I was there, he had about 35 pigs. He was now employing himself. And his mother, I think, was also working there with him. Maybe they had even got somebody to help them. So this is the way. Should stop diverting you. Those are useless. Concentrate on what NRM is telling you. Who buys? So if you are serious, you will now be talking about the markets of East Africa, of Uganda, of East Africa, of Africa. Otherwise, who will buy? If there are so many eggs, so much pigs, who will buy them? I was telling these workers leaders yesterday, if you are workers, you should be talking about patriotism. Patriotism, love Uganda in those factories. Everybody should be taught to love Uganda. Why love Uganda? Why you love Uganda?
Kani nyona ikire temogino yoto menara koni kwa Uganda.
Because you need it for your market.
Nera ichamti yo itemogino to menaka koni kwa potere to patana yagira koni borengi yakata.
The market of the products your factory is producing, from which has given you a job.
Kire tarneni lemuntori yo koni boro neni tia untori yo koni boro. Itemogino kilere ya market ngolo igialare.
Pan-Africanism, we must love Africa. Because the internal market of Uganda is not enough. So all those things, NRM has already told you everything, but people just keep wondering, going up and here.
Ngakronda danga dawaku gani yokali mokini woni ebitongolo itemogine boyoto waminaza yakokwa na ite yawo ni je ngube ya laere mulunye bupete ngakro.
So once you have patriotism, Pan-Africanism, socio-economic transformation, that boy, the boy of Nakapiripirit, is being transformed from a jobless boy to a boy who is a money maker. Socio-economic transformation, you must become new people. Then we can add on international solidarity. To negotiate with the Chinese, with the Americans, with the Europeans about selling to them. But we need to strengthen our own market first. Market of Uganda, market of Africa. They are here. They should be consolidated. That's what you should be talking about. Monitor should be writing about East African integration, not writing rubbish, which they always write every day. They are agents. They are agents of foreign interests. But we shall defeat them as we defeated all those traitors. Now, yesterday, I had a discussion with the workers' people. As I told you, we are going to discuss more in June, but internally within the cabinet, we are going to take up the issues also. The issue of the minimum job, or minimum wage. The issue of the tripartite. No casual labor. We shall end casual labor. And we are going to lock up all those employment agencies which go between the people, the workers, and the employer. We also talked about the issue of the threshold for pay as you earn. We talked about the issue of the foreign labor. The companies which bring foreigners to do work which the Ugandans can do. We talked about the government supporting the labor centers which were being supported by foreigners in the past. We also talked about the low cost of housing for workers.
aponi kiloro etare ngakro ne tapito akitidite oningi dilingangu ya tachere ngakai yanketia.
We had a serious discussion and they were listening very carefully because me, I'm not a joker.
Aponi kiloro ngakro na turia muyang to munikinte te yanere. Taraya ngada pelo nyara ya ngoreka chiri ngakine.
I'm not chufucha mtuma. Banyankole have a saying. Chufucha mtuma. Ngwenji Asia at Munyare Mbiame. A stupid Munyankole. His house was on, he was told that your house is on fire. Then he said, prepare a bed for me to sleep. Sleep where? The house is on fire. So we always handle the situation the way it is. But the way we discussed, the things are moving they are moving in a rational direction. Minimum wage discussed by the tripartite. And sector by sector. That's a realistic approach. So we are going to discuss more and conclude. I have noted the other points raised today. Like the workers' representatives in the different groups he mentioned. The free trade zone and so on, the ones he mentioned. And circles for workers supported by the government. But I think you, the workers, should also emphasize the issue of free education for the children in government schools. I don't know why you don't emphasize that. So finally, the Karamajong here, I am glad you are now peaceful.
President
You say you love cows, but actually you hate cows. Somebody who loves cows like me, I cannot steal a cow. And I don't steal a cow, not because I don't want to harm the owner of the cow. Which is also a godly issue. God will be happy with me if I don't steal. But I don't want to bring into my cows a cow which I don't know whether it is sick or not. My friend in Kotido gave me a cow. But I took many months without accepting it. Although I didn't want to offend him, but I said, no, you hold on, let the vets first check it.
Kire kwa ngana pa chem to yak tongo nyedi danga temange kidaru mono yedi me barazi ni jok.
Because I didn't want that cow to bring diseases to my cows. So what you are doing now in this region, Turkana, Kenya, all these South Sudan, stealing the cows, you are actually enemies of cows. Oh, your own cows and the cows of others.
You
saw Ijara there. Ijara, the one of Serere. You saw Nyakana. Their cows cannot mix even with the neighbor's cows. That's why they are safe. They don't meander to pick a disease. They don't meander. They don't interact with other cows. Even the boy with the pigs now here, the one I visited, I had to help him get a sengenge to make sure his pigs don't mix with other pigs. That is what we, the cattle lovers, do. We don't mix our cows with other cows, because if you do, they will die because of disease. I therefore congratulate everybody on Labour's Day. And I thank you for sponsoring me for president next year. We are going to discuss the proposal will be put to SEC, and we shall inform them that the people are supporting this, they are supporting this. Alakara noi.
Alakara noi akan nabo. Alakara.
Thank you, Your Excellency.